Said we just started. We have started. Okay, let me fix something on my. I think it's something like sticker. Guys, so we just. Yeah. No. Why is this giving me a blurry view? I don't know. Is my eyes paining me? I hope my eyes is not paining me. It's not my eyes. I just hope it's not my eyes that is paining me. Okay, guys. Welcome every single personality or joining, thinking of joining, or contemplating on joining our live stream section. Your presence is not taken for granted. It's heavily regarded. It's alarming regarded, guys. So guys, was set, and okay, we're going to be progressing. People are going to get to join, and like we just started, and that's just it. So more like going to start welcoming everybody. So firstly is we're going to start welcoming people. Yes, we have view or new viewers, we have returning viewers, we have. So if you're here, any viewer that you are, we see like much regarded, like your presence is not taken for granted. So guys, that's it. And like we just started now. Well, Ricky Plig, welcome to the live stream section. Sorry, my bad if I'm never to pronounce it so, but I think I tried. Or Ricky Plig, sorry, my bad. So if I'm never to pronounce it, so I'm just. Well, you're welcome to the live stream section, and your presence is regarded. So, guys, we just started, and we have a lot, like plenty. And if you're just seeing us for first time, this is UFGRAPHICS, and we'll be streaming for a while, and we have a lot of things that we're doing. Like what we're doing is very, very simple, and hmm, uh, let me try pronouncing your own name. Okay, Uzumu. Da, welcome to the live session. Hi, greetings everywhere you are. Once you're here, much love. Like we don't take our viewers for granted, and that's why we do bring cookies for them most times. Yes, if you check, you will see subscribe with cookies. So when if you're going to be meeting us when we're going to be bringing cookies, oh, we'll go give you cookies. Do you get? So you're welcome anyways, anywhere you're, any location, regardless of the location. I don't get you. Say 6 7. What 6 7? What 6 7? What do you mean by 6 7? Well, much love, guys. So we just started now, and I think I just introduced myself. Firstly, I was actually doing welcoming before I was a kind of I diverted. So if you're a new viewer, if you're seeing us for the first time, much love. If you're a returning viewer, much love. If you're, we have VIP audience, people that have started with us, like people that have been punch up perpetually. Yes, we call them our VIP audience. Yes, so they are more like our special people. If they get to join now, they are going to be notifying me. I have their name. They will just write their name. I'll be like, oh, you're here, but it's fine. You are so here. You mean a lot. So, guys, that's for that. So firstly, we do session streams, and Many people seeing us for the first time will be like, what's this guy doing? Well, I'll be clear your doubts. Oh, firstly is a just like our channel already, we have a lot of stream section loaded there, about up to 100 videos. Do you get? And what we're doing is simple, very very simple, and that's why we to tell people that this is a movement. This is more like a clear movement. Is not complex, like it's not conflicting. Like if you've been joining us or if you've been streaming with us for a while, and I should know what we're into, what we're talking about, what we're still emphasizing on, what we're making emphasis, what's it called, emphasis on. So let's just assume that probably we're going to be having new viewers. Actually, so let's think, yes, let's see it from the view that we have new viewers, so we ought to tell them what we're doing so that they will follow us along, they're not going to be left out. So if I'm to do that, okay, what we'll do, what they call I don't know. Well, let me break it down. What we're doing is what they call, we do teach life after school, the brutal truth every student needs to know. Now it's sounding too harsh, I don't know, but I'm being real. Like, it's a truth, a brutal one, and it's a truth. That's why it's brutal. And the reason why it's brutal is because people do hear it but they don't believe it. Everything. So that's why it's a brutal one. So we're trying to tell them that real life needs to be guided. You get? It's just like when you're in school now, or tertiary institution, trying to build up everything, like you're being guided. School has calendar, everything in school is structured, but real life, you ought to figure it by yourself. Like, you're the person that is going to cash in, you're going to make decisions for yourself, you're going to fix your bills, you're going to make plans. Do you get? So if we don't guide students on this part, they are really going to get stuck. And proven, this is the primary, or what's it called, this is the primary problem of graduating people failing, or graduating people failing. And we do tell people that, we have, just like a kind of rampant in our area now, like graduate people being stuck, being on that pit. Now people feels that, for the fact they graduated, for the fact they went to school, life is going to fix itself. This is more like the primary belief that people believe, and we call it, is a factual like is a factual lie, because once you graduate, you're going to be facing transition stage. So that stage actually is, you're going to start figuring things by yourself. And figuring things by yourself, if you were not prepared, like if you were not aware, just like you're not informed, you're probably going to be disinformed. And we tell students that, that stage is very very crucial. Like, you really need to prepare for it. And what we're doing here is just more like guiding. Do you get? And that's more like equipping them with what's it called, just like the primary knowledge. It can be seen as what's it called, life skills. Yes, you can call it, can be referred as life skills, because actually we're equipping them on that part to actually know what to do, actually, or start thinking, start seeing things from a different view, more than an average student is seeing it. Because there's something or about viewing and picturing. Two students can view something, I don't know how to explain that, just like, perspective, your mind, how you see things, it can differ sometimes. Now let's assume we have two students that fail the course. Now one is going to see it as, I will try, like, one is going to differentiate his or herself from the occurrence. The occurrence is failure. You're not a failure. And we tell students that if you fail, you should not give up. Like, that is just an incident, is an occurrence. You were not the one that failed. It's just maybe your techniques was wrong, your strategy didn't work out. That's not a room to give up. Have you seen the fact now? Now, most people feel that just because they feel, they cannot try, they cannot persist, they cannot strive, they cannot retry again. This is a wrong mindset. So we talk to them that learn to differentiate yourself from differentiate your identity from the occurrence. If you fail, failure is your occurrence. It happened. Possibly you can still try and still get it right. Have you seen? Now, yourself is the identity. You are not born to fail now. Yes. And this is not motivation. I don't know. Don't see it as motivation. It's more than motivation. This is more like reshaping your mind, like trying to there's something about mindset. How your mindset is placed, how it's shaped, how it's positioned, it determines how you think. Firstly, it determines how you see things, even how you handle things. Yes. Now, if you're thinking, I don't know, like, if you're not thinking, say, I don't just not explain that, but I'm just trying to tell you that your mindset has a lot to play, like, in your personal life, because it's your mindset is talking to you. It determines how you see things, how you figure things out. So if it's not developed, if it does not think far, like if it does not assess things in appropriate way, it's going to really affect, it's going to reflect by your actions and by your behavior. So that's more like that perspective. And what we're doing is to help students, undergraduate students, to navigate the process of life. We don't want them to be stuck. We don't want them to still make mistakes that other people did. That's more like what we're doing on our platform. And we'll say this is more than streaming. We're not just doing streaming for streaming sake. It's a movement. It's going to call, or we do tell people that there are going to be a time when we're going to start visiting states, cities, nations to really teach undergraduate, because a lot of students are being caged, like a lot of them are stuck. This is the Let's leave motivation. People are barely talking about life after school. They can just tell motivation, they will just motivate students, all of that. This is not, motivation is not the problem. This is the problem. Nobody is preparing them for their life after school. And these things needs to be emphasized well, that students will know and see and make plans for it. Do you get? And these things, they should plan for it when they are still in school. It's just likewise, or it's just a kind of making preparation. Okay, just like preparing for war. They told you that you don't prepare for war on the war front. Now students don't prepare for their life when they have graduated. They should prepare it when they are still in school. That's why we often tell people that is for undergraduate students, because they have the ground, they can still make mistakes, still come back on track. They can make a lot of mistakes, still fall back on track before they graduate. They're going to fix their life, they're going to learn, or be competent, they're going to make necessary adjustments. Do you get? So even when government fails to employ them, they're not going to be stuck, they're not going to be confused, they're not going to blame anybody. Okay, guys, so I don't know, something finished my eyes. Oh god, I don't know. Hi Jesus, I don't know, but I just hope my eyes is good. Eyes better be good. Well, I'm progressing. I don't know, something fell into my eyes, but I'm okay now. So I was really emphasizing on, I said, this part should be talked about. Like, this is the problem of our students failing. Now, when we see students graduate that is failing, it's not because they are not smart. It's not because they lack knowledge. Is because they lack the information. Information is power. If you know better, you're going to live better. So most of these graduate failing is information. They are lacking the right information. Nobody is teaching them this. This is beyond theory. This is beyond reading and writing in school. This is critical thinking. This is making preparations. Or if you make an appropriate plan, like possibly it's going to get right with you. So they don't just make plans, they just graduate, learn into life. Reality is going to hit them hard without ever preparing for it. And you just imagine a student that have been in school, he or she did not make plans for outside life. He or she just live for the moment. What we mean by living for the moment is just whiling away time, clubbing or going for parties and what's it called? Sorry, partying around and scrolling, like did not build any valuable thing with their university time. Mind you, university time, they said, is crucial. Like, what is called a precious stone? Yes, that they usually say that university is more like an opportunity. Yes, it's not a guarantee, it's an opportunity, because firstly is that everybody is not opportune to be there. Now if you ever see yourself there, you should utilize it. You should be intentional about it. You should build with it. It's more like a training ground. Yeah, Nora. Nora. wait See, Nora, yes, you joined my live stream session yesterday. Was it you? Let me think back. Was it Nora? Yes. I said something like about a kind of Nora. Is it Nora? Well, just tell me. You were the one that joined my live stream session yesterday. Yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Oh, I get it. I'm current. Well, Nora, you're back. Thanks for joining back, and you're more like our returning viewer. So much love, and we're not taking your presence here for granted. So Nora, we're progressing. You joined late. We're going to bully you, bro. Everywhere good. Everywhere good. It's fine. We're cool. So just cope with us. So we're actually saying something about student life after school needs to be talked about. Like there is a lot of emphasis should be laid on it, so that we're tired of seeing graduated people still struggling, because it is going to start looking as if they wasted their years, effort, money, and resources in school without actually having anything to show up, without having any proof. It's not making sense, and it makes that saying that well, much love, much love, much love. Much love. well, mm, I, I don't know, but I'm going to be real. Like every other people that have been joining. Okay, now let me share this. Okay, it's just that I've been streaming for close to 3 months now, and all this while that I've been streaming, like okay, I have what's it called? I do call them special audience. They will just come on, they just join the live stream, and I'll be like, hey boy, how are you? I'll be like, I'm good. But I don't know, I'm being real. Like I saw Nura yesterday. I guess it was, what's your gender? I don't. Okay, you said female. Yes, you said female. Well, okay, let me address you as female. So, Nura joined the section stream yesterday, and I was like, "What's your gender?" We were we interacted as well, but I think she left, but she's back here. So, I was like, okay, oh, okay. I said, okay, Nura, you're back and all of that. So what I was actually trying to emphasize is, oh, you said I love your life. Oh, your what's it called? I love your life. I said it's cool. Like she's the first person like ever like that said I love. Wait, I'm being real. That said I love your life. I'm saying, there's even between just joining and just subscribing and just being part of someone's community, or just following somebody without actually loving what the person is doing, because it takes, I don't know what, I'm being real, it takes not courage, like it takes something beyond courage to just say that. So Nura, I'm so grateful for that. Much love. It's not taken for granted. So all right, so we're progressing. I'm sweating. Here is very, very hot. And my view is getting blow, but I'm going to be managing. So guys, emphasis on that. So the emphasis is students should make sure that their university time they utilize it, because it's said to be a training ground. You know what is a training ground? A place or a structure, something that is destined to train you. Yes, university is destined, or a kind of structure to actually train students to prepare for life, despite it's training you on your career, what you're studying, your course of discipline. In the other way around, is also training you, because if you perform well there, probably you're going to be a better person in future, a kind of that. Now just imagine when you get into university and maybe you messed around, you joined bad people, you joined awkward people, and finally you graduated with nothing. Like probably your future is going to be vagabond. I don't know. That's it. That's how it works. What you do in the university actually reflects in your real life. Like it has a part. It must show. Yes, it's more like a report card. It's showing your credentials. Like I don't know. Nora, your emojis are funny, but it's fine. So it's more like it's showing your doings, what you've been doing, more like or report card is actually crediting. Now imagine a student that went to university and studied hard, burn candle. People will tell you that I burn candle. Now we used to burn torch. I saw what's it called, an undergraduate student. Now we don't burn candle anymore. We burn torch, like we burn nepa. Diggers, there's a lot of burning now. Now let's just imagine student that burn every burnable and just graduate, made a good grades. Such students is discipline, because for the fact, or there's something about discipline that people are still yet to figure out. You can meeting, but if you can discipline yourself, you can achieve any height. Yes, very very factual. If you can discipline your own self, you can be discipline others too. Like you can discipline others very well. But for the fact that you're able to discipline yourself, I guess there is nothing can stop you. Like you're not going to be stopped by anything, because self-discipline is more like the osmosis. Yes, it's very very hard and real. And if you see anybody that has the ability to actually put yourself, like your body, everything under a kind of pin it on something. Okay, I don't know, I'm still trying, I usually tell people that we stream every day, but our time is fluctuating because most times we go to the school, we go to lectures, and most times we kind of dismiss late, and time always fluctuating. We don't have a particular time for streaming, but we do stream every day. Now, most times I'll come back from lectures, I'll be like, my head is itching, I'm tired, but I will still stream. It's more like discipline. We tell students that discipline is what bounds you to something. It's what made you, or it's what makes you. Even when you don't feel like that, you're going to be doing it. It keeps you on that. It pins you. Even when you're crying, you're doing it, despite you're not enjoying it, but you're doing it. That's what discipline is. That is what discipline is. And this is more like things that undergraduate people should really adapt, because right, life, they say, it's not really easy. If success is easy, everybody would have been successful. For the fact that success is not easy, that means there is work required for every being to put in place. Now, for the fact you have your degree, that does not guarantee success. Mindset resecting. A lot of people feel that once I have my degree with me, I'm going to, or government is going to employ me, I'm going to work in a big organization and they're going to pay me big money. Or automatically my life is sorted out. Mm-mm. It has, what's it called? Is addicted. I will tell you that it's addicted. Yes, that tips or that or stuff doesn't work anymore. Like it does not work any longer. That has more like old mentality, old mindset. People feels that, during olden days, about 20, 30 years, 40. Okay, let's start from 30, 40 years ago. People, or we have less number of people, let's say less number of educated people. Yes, like people are not often going to school. Just few people do go to school, and then graduates, let's say graduates are very rare. And I think because there is a saying that if you go to school, graduate with good grades, you're a successful person. And I do tell people that students that still believe that in this current generation, in this current century, is making a lot of mistakes, because that's belief is outdated. It's no longer working now. Nowadays, we have thousands of students graduating every single year. Meanwhile, government works are limited. Now, let's assume we have 5,000 graduating in a particular year. Now, maybe government have something like 500 work vacancy. Like it's going to run mad. Like, how is government going to employ that 5,000 graduate that graduated within that set of year, within that set year? It's not possible. And that's why we taught them that you should have a plan B. This is very very hard to believe. Yes, me, I'm undergraduate student, I'm still schooling, but peradventure, if I graduate tomorrow, I'm graduating next year, and if government fails to employ me, I am not hoping to be stuck or confused. Do you know why? Because I'm expected to make preparations now. I'm expected to plan. I'm expected to have a multiple income stream. I'm expected to build up or things around me that can possibly yield me income. Because if I depend on government, it's still possible way that I will graduate and hunt for job. I won't see. It's possible. Like, we should just learn how to believe facts. It's very very possible, and this is factual. Real life is changing. You can believe something. That's what's it called, the advantage of having a plan B. A plan B may be, or you can say it, or it's more like a second plan, a second option, more like an alternative. If this one fails, the other one works out. Now, students having plan B. Plan B was talking about, we were trying to tell them that, okay, your schooling, you're going to be obtaining your certificates when you're done at the duration, maybe 4 5 years. School will issue you a certificate, but on the long side, as you're schooling, maybe you start up a business, maybe you learn a skill, maybe you get to explore, maybe you start up something, maybe you build a brand. I've seen, so these are options, more like a backup system as well, can as or what's it called, a plan B. Now I'm schooling, and okay, I'm a graphics designer, and before I enter the university, I'm already designing. Now I do design, so I do design for my course mates, for my lecturers, and for people around, and they pay me. I'm also a student. I'm earning. Do you get? And my certificate have not started paying me, but I'm just trying to tell you, or paint a picture how a plan B should be. Now, okay, imagine if I graduate, I can just decide to start up, or a kind of develop my graphics business, make it broad, yes, or a kind of get more equipped on it, develop it, yes, because it's something I build alongside with my schooling. Do you get? And business as well can work, university is an opportunity. You can meet multiple people. Like, there's a lot of opportunities hidden. You ought to figure it out. Now, we're not telling you to quit school, we're not telling you to, oh, don't give your best in your academics. University time have leisure time. There is time for playing around. There is leisure time. So those leisure time, you should be utilizing it. Yes, you can actually start a business. You can also manage it. It's possible. Have customers that do, or they are business people. They are still schooling. This is mindset, and this is management. Yes, life is all about management. You ought to manage. You ought to make out time. You ought to plan this. Now, let's say an undergraduate student that started maybe something like cloth business, or what's it called, like cloth business, either pre-order or a physical, anything. Maybe pre-order, let's say online business. Now he or she is posting, I sell clothes, I sell clothes. He will build brands. People, students will be supporting, students will be buying. The person is making gains, still schooling. The person can graduate and maybe decide not to work for government. He or she will just start up the business that he or she started when he was still in school. This is how it works. And if you don't start, and let me tell you that a lot of graduates are regretting it. Most of them do tell you, if you happen to meet 5 graduates, ask them the worst mistakes they made. I'll get to do this maybe one of my outing live film session, because one okay, well, I did 3 days ago. I streamed in my school. I don't know, the stream is in private. Very soon I will release it. We just finished lecture, so I just streamed walking around. Like, I wanted to ask some students in my school, like, I mean, in my university. I streamed 2 days ago there. I've not released the stream yet. I just feel that maybe it's not important to release it, but maybe I will get to release it later. But what I'm trying to tell you that it's going to be a time I'll get to ask. I will stream it, actually, 10 students, 10 graduates, the worst mistakes they have ever made, or I'll ask them more like, if they are asked to start or a kind of restart school, what are they going to make? Like, what adjustments are they going to be making? What would they not do? What would they do? You're going to see multiple things. Now, most of them, the mistake they made because nobody told them. Just like I'm telling you, like, nobody informed them. And this is more like strict, and it's more like urgency, because many students are there while in a wait time. Many students are there being so frustrated, not knowing the next phase of life, not knowing what the next phase of life holds, not even knowing how to position themselves in order to navigate, because this is that's failure. Rejection. In real life, you're going to experience this. Now, imagine when you apply for a government work, you got rejected, like you were rejected. If your mindset is not developed, if your mind is not developed and positioned well, you fit doing sniper. There's something called sniper in my country. It's used to kill, just like committing suicide. Yes, some people do suicide because maybe they feel that life is stuck, life is too hard on them, life is not fair on them. Yes. And that rejection alone, if your mind is not developed, it can cause you to do such. And this is more like getting to inform you early, so that you will know what life holds. Now, okay, it's just more like we tell students, people feel that graduation is where everything ends. Now, if you get to ask people on graduation day, what is the next phase of life you're going to be facing. Most of them will just tell you that I'm graduating now, I'm going to start. Government will employ me and I will just start earning. Kind of 90% of answers you're going to be receiving from them is going to be like, if I graduate, I'll earn. If I graduate, my life is settled. It's not making sense. Yes, because once they graduate, there is what they call transition stage. That is facing reality. You transited from second or from a university. You know, life has cadres, have stops. You transited from nursery school to primary school, from primary school to secondary school, from secondary school to university. Now, real life, you're transiting from university to real life. Like schooling is done. Now, that's more like a stage to take off responsibility. That's more like a stage to figure out things. That's more like a stage to know what you stand for. You're going to face the community, you're going to face pressures from family, you're going to face pressures from peers, you're going to from internet. It could shock you. Yes, you're also going to face pressures from internet. A lot of things that you're seeing in the internet is fake. And if you're this student that this is not actually working out for you, you're going to, when you start seeing all of those things, you're going to just feel that life is unfair to you. You're the only one backward. Everybody's ahead of you. You're not meeting up, and it's going to really make you to really think bad and all of that. So, well, we don't actually want this for you, and that's why we're making this a lot of emphasis. Well. I'm stuck. God, the truth is that I actually structured a topic to really treat today. I've not even started, but I'm so currently. Well, I think I should just continue with my random teaching, maybe, or tomorrow I'll just do the life or the topic preach or kind of daily. I guess that's what I will do. Well, still our this there is a session stream, and I think late last 2 months, yes, late 2 months ago, there's a session stream we did. We titled it something like emotional intelligence. Not only your brain needs to be intelligent. Yes, emotions as well can be intelligent. Like you ought to train your emotions to be intelligent. Now, being intelligent, what we're trying to figure out is that being intelligent, like allowing your emotions to be intelligent, is more like, okay, okay, let's bring it down. So firstly is, if we're talking about emotions, it's more like innate something, how you feel. Like when you're sad, you're going to be feeling it. When you're happy, you're feeling it. It's more like emotions. And most times it can control you. Most times it's had the ability of or making you do some things and making you not to do some things is emotions. Now, if we're really talking about emotional intelligence, it's just more like you being able to handle it. That's the intelligence there. Not allowing it to handle you, not allowing it to rule you. Your emotions, you're going to put it under control. Now, let's paint a picture here now. Okay, let's assume that we have a student that is not emotional control intelligent, because we're emphasizing on emotional intelligence. That's one of the life sessions. So I would think is I should just talk about it because it's been a while. So that's more like emotional intelligence. Let's paint a picture. Let's say we have two students that graduated. Yes, one is emotional intelligence, one is no emotional intelligence, one is just reacting randomly or all of that. Now one used to, now talking about intelligence is more like you don't act fast, you assess things, you get to think things before you act, you think before you speak. So you process information before you react to it. Now that's part of emotional intelligence. Like you ought to know what works, like you ought to know what to do at the right time. You don't just get on things just the same way you're seeing it. You get to sit, you get to reason, you get to rethink, you get to figure out the best possible ways to do that. So if we're really emphasizing on emotional intelligence, it's just like it has the ability of ruining your career entirely if your emotions if you're not emotional intelligent, I will prove that fact. I will prove it. If you're not emotional intelligent, it can ruin your career. It can ruin your life. Let me prove it that now. Let me tell you. You know, in most times, say, okay, let's assume that we have this person that got work. Maybe you were employed. Let's say student graduated, and he or she was employed in an organization. He or she is not mentally intelligent. Now he or she is employed. Maybe a co-worker offended the person, or an employee, just like, let's just assume a co-worker offended the person. Maybe angrily, what's it called? Is it angrily? Oh, I'm speaking nonsense. Angrily, yes, the person reacted. Maybe if the person is emotional intelligence, the person would have reported to the boss, or laid a complaint, or even a kind of approach the person, telling him or her what you did is wrong. Do you get? But maybe just because he or she's mental is not, or like, the person is not intelligent emotionally, the person is going to just react, not minding the situation, not minding the platform. He or she can just do anything that comes to the mind. Do you get? And let's just, I'm trying to paint a picture. Let's say a co-worker offended the, or a fellow co-worker that is not emotional intelligence. So instead of reporting, instead of laying complaints and all of that, maybe the person carry bottle and break somebody's head, or cause damage to the organization, just because you were angry. Do you get? Just because someone offended you, and you don't know how to manage your emotions. And we said these emotions most times can control you. It's just more like being happy and being sad, like, it's emotions now. So maybe you reacted just the way it is, like, on you, your head is filled, you just burst it out, and it resulted something serious. Maybe it made the organization lose money or funds or capital, like, gets to lose something. And take a look at it. There is 90% possibility that you're going to be fired. Yes, because that's wrong. Maybe there is people or much available to actually report to boss. You failed, you ignored them, you underestimated them, or you kind of, then you just reacted. Now you're going to be, most times you're going to be fired. And being fired, maybe you don't have any other work to do. Have you seen, what caused it is not you, it's actually your emotions, your inability to handle your emotions. It can actually ruin your life by making you or do some things that is not necessary, cause some things, cause some damages. And maybe in an organization you're going to be fired. Now that's more like trying to reach out to students, telling them this, your emotions needs to be controlled, needs to be handled, needs to properly put a kind of pin it. Even when you feel that your head is filled, just try. There's a lot of stuff that you can actually handle your emotions with. Most people, I don't know my own, I'm still yet to figure it out. Most people do tell you that if they are angry, if someone gets to offend them, what they do is that they'll just move out from the premises. They'll just go out. They will not just stay there, they'll just go out. Because if they stay there, it's going to be intense. Like, they may find out, or they may happen to do something that they may not, or like, or imagine. They will just move out from the vicinity. Most people is that they will just play music. I don't know, maybe the music do work, because most times if I'm angry, I'll just play music, my head will just calm down. So it's just best to actually figure out the one that was best for you. I'm emphasizing on emotional intelligence, being able to handle your emotions, being able to handle your innate abilities, because it can drive you to do something. Is your emotions. If I'm angry, I will try expressing it. If I'm sad, happy, the same thing applicable. So these things is innate. It's actually, it can ruin your life if you feel not handled it, or if you allow it to ruin you, if you allow it to control you and express itself at the fullness. Is ego boss. That's just the emphasis. Well, a lot of emphasis on that. Well. Activities joke everywhere. Well, guys, I don't know. Well. Maybe I should just be rounding up, because I have things to actually fix. I will go stream tomorrow as well, but we'll try streaming early. I have class to attend tomorrow, but maybe I will stream when I'm back. But definitely we're going to be streaming tomorrow. Well, guys, I want to close. I want to close. God, my head is itching, but it's fine. Hmm. Actually, what we have on our thumbnail, we not even discuss it today. I'm being serious. We have something like why most graduates are broke in 2026. If I'm right, I think that's what we have in our thumbnail. But I will stream that tomorrow. I did not have time to explain it today. Like it's still in my booklet. Like it's few there. You know, there's no time to actually, and I have actually have things to figure out this time. So guys, I apologies. Tomorrow we're going to stay longer than today, kind of, and we're going to really treat that. So guys, hmm, we're more like we're more like we're more like going to run. We're more like running out. Yes, and so much love for people that participated today. Like we're not taking it for granted. Much love. We'll get to. Don't worry. One of the days we'll get to bring cookies. I just hope you're going to be available. Well. Anyway, guys, so we actually sincerely, honestly appreciate every single people, persons, special dignitaries, every person that participated, actively participated, viewed, checks, just any person that viewed us. Wherever you are, like much love, like it's not taken for granted, and UF regards that so much. So, guys, we are going offline, and if you may a kind of want to a kind of get into a kind of our community or what, or maybe you can check us on our other social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, UF Graphics, all social media. And just check on UF Graphics to see us. You can message us, we get to talk better. And if you want to be part of our community, this is a movement. It's beyond us. This is beyond session stream. This is a movement to reach a broader audience, to really shape students' mindsets, to help students navigate the process and not to fall the same victim, not to be stuck, frustrated, and looking confused. Stop that saying that school is a scam, because school is not a scam. These things that we're pointing out here are the life skills, life things that people are failing to talk about. People are not even seeing it, don't even think that it's necessary to talk about. And these are things that actually making school look like is a scam, because when our graduating people gets to go to school, when they graduate, if they don't know this primary or more like fundamental things they should know, because if they don't know it, there's no way they can act on it. You cannot solve a problem that you don't know. So they don't know it. That's why most being stuck is not just intelligence, not being smart. You can still be smart and be frustrated. That's just, and that's more like they lack the information. So that's more like what was said. And we do tell people that this is a movement, strict one, and to reach a broader audience. So if you're going to be joining our community, much love, just check us on any of the social media handles and we'll get to connect better. So guys, at this juncture, we're going offline. Much love. Thank every single person. Thanks Nura. Well, thanks Nura for participating. Thanks Nura for being part of our community. Thanks Nura for joining us and in this movement. Well, guys, we're going